What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. We hope you're all having a wonderful week. We have another UFC podcast here from me and Whitey, but before we get into it, just a reminder that we are running a sale for 70% off your first 3 months of Lock City. It's applicable to the monthly and weekly packages. Use code SPRINGFEVER to gain instant access for this incredible price. I believe the deal ends closer to the MLB season once that starts off. So yeah, get on to it before it ends, guys. Like I said, we have a UFC podcast here. Kape and Almabayev. And as always, I got my man Whitey here with me. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, brother. We have almost an absolute shitter of a card today, but nonetheless, pretty excited to get into it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. There are a few fighters I'm not extremely familiar with, but let's get into it. Let's start here. Okay, first fight, we have Austin Lane and Mario Pinto. So Austin Lane is a former Jacksonville Jaguar, defensive end, I believe. He's looking to improve in his combat sports from UFC record. He's coming into this one being 13-5-0 with 1 no contest. He's 1-2-0, 1 no contest in the UFC since winning Contender Series. He's coming off a win, but those last 2 losses before it in the 1 no contest, one of those losses was a rematch from the no contest with Justin Tuffa. So yeah, he's got that there. Mario Pinto comes into this one with a record of 9-0, undefeated. He makes his UFC debut after winning the Contender Series just a few months ago in 2024 October. He has 6 finishes, 5 by KO, 1 submission, and 3 from decision. Something to look at since Austin Lane has been KO'd 5 times. 5 times.
Yeah.
Lane has the slight height advantage and reach advantage, but I don't know. I don't think he's got this one.
I don't think so either. Very slight. He's got an inch height advantage and 0.1 inch reach advantage, so pretty much equal there. I'm all over Mario Pinto here from the Contender Series. He looked good there. His last 4 out of his last 5, 3 out of his last 5 have been finishes. So he's been pretty consistent. Austin Lane, I'm not convinced on. I don't like Austin Lane. His win over Robelis Despain, it's okay. Robelis Despain looked impressive earlier on. As of recently, hasn't looked that great. He got KO'd by Denise. He got KO'd by Justin Taffa. I don't know. I don't see him winning this fight. I'm going Mario Pinto.
Yeah, I agree. I'd have to go with Mario Pinto. I mean, I think he goes for the finish, probably gonna knock out Austin Lane. So we should be in for a pretty big banger of a fight in the heavyweight decision to get us started. So should be exciting. I'm looking forward to Mario Pinto getting a knockout there.
Yep, likewise. It looks like the betting community feels the same way. It looks like 94% of the public's on Pinto here. So yeah, Pinto's pretty safe.
Yeah, I have to agree. All right. Next fight, we got Danny Barlow and Sam Patterson. Danny Barlow coming into this one undefeated as well with a record of 9-0. He already had his debut in the UFC. In fact, he's 2-0 in the UFC since coming in 1 year ago. He also won off Contender Series with a KO and a decision win. So he has only been a decision 3 times, 1 submission victory. The guy loves to go for finishes, to be quite honest with you. Sam Patterson, he's coming into this one with a record of 12-2-1. He's 2-1 in the UFC after joining, also winning Dana White's Contender Series in 2022. He lost in his UFC debut, but he came back hard and heavy, winning both of those fights after.
Yeah, this one's going to be tricky. I know a second ago before we started recording, I said Sam Patterson, but now I'm kind of leaning Danny Barlow. I can't tell you why for certain. I think both records are almost equally impressive. I mean, 2-1 versus 2-0 in the UFC, both coming off the Contender Series, both look good on the Contender Series. I think this will be a pretty even fight. I don't know why I want to lean Danny Barlow, but I think my answer here is going to be Danny Barlow.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty even. Barlow has a slight reach advantage. Patterson has a slight height advantage. So I don't know. I think it's definitely going to be a banger of a fight. We got it in the welterweight division. They both usually tend to look for a finish. Barlow's, of course, undefeated. We got a current trend in the UFC going on where undefeated fighters are losing that 0.
Yep.
Uh, I'm on Sam Patterson. I'm riding with the England boy Sam Patterson on this one.
Yeah, this one's honestly a coin flip for me. I'm gonna. You're right about that undefeated thing too, though, because I think 11 out of 17 have lost their zero. So I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Barlow. We'll see what happens.
The books are heavily favoring Danny Barlow. I can tell you that.
Yeah, minus 305.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm going Barlow.
Yeah, I got Sam Patterson. I think we see this one finish early too. I think whoever wins gets a finish. That's how I think it's going to happen. I don't think we see this one go to decision, but I am sticking with Sam Patterson for this one. All right.
Yeah.
Next one we got Hyder Emil and William Gomez. Hyder Emil comes into this one. Our third undefeated fighter that we're going to talk about here. He's currently 2-0 in the UFC after winning his contract off Contender Series. Another fighter that likes to look for the finish, but he's also comfortable going to decision. He has 3 decision wins under his belt. William Gomez comes into this one with a record of 14-2-0. He's 4-0 in the UFC since joining the promotion in 2022, and he hasn't lost a fight since he was submitted in 2016. The guy has 7 KOs, a submission, and 6 decision wins. Like, he can get it done in any fashion. And one thing to note is both of these guys are on pretty gnarly streaks. You got Hyder, obviously 10 defeated, 10-0. William Gomez is on a 12-fight win streak. So something to consider there.
Yeah, I'm going Gomez on this one. Yeah, both impressive records. I think this is definitely one where the undefeated fighter is going to lose their zero. Hyder Emil, I mean, he's not bad. I think he's a little bit. His last fight was a little bit of a brawl against Young Lee there.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way. Either one of those guys could have got knocked out. Hyder Emil came out with the win. I don't think this fight's necessarily going to be the same style. I think William Gomez will handle it well. I think it'll probably go to decision. I don't know that either of these guys will get the finish necessarily. Potentially Gomez, but 3 out of his last 5 have gone to decision. Obviously, all wins. Like you were saying, he's on a 12-fight win streak. I'm going William Gomez here.
Yeah, I mean, the books are favoring Gomez, and I believe that is for a good reason. Aside from the 12-fight win streak, the guy holds the reach and height advantage. I think that's definitely going to play into his favor for this one. My gut is calling for Gomez before even looking at those odds. I'm sticking with him. So, yeah, I'm sticking with William Gomez for this one as well. That makes us what, different on one fight so far? Danny Barlow and Sam Patterson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right,
We both went Pinto, both went Gomez.
I see you. All right. Next up, we got Nasrat Haqparast and Esteban Revocates. Nasrat's coming into this one with a record of 17-5-0. He is 9-4 in the UFC since coming in 2017. In his last 5 fights, he's 4-1, and he's on a little sneaky 4-fight win streak. So he must be feeling pretty good coming into this one. Esteban is coming into this one with a record of 14-1-0, being 3-1 in his 4 UFC fights after joining. He won a Dana White's Contender Series. His first lot of his pro career came in his UFC debut, but he's taken his last 3 by decision or KO.
Yeah, this one's really, really tough for me. I literally flipped a coin on this one because I couldn't decide, and it came out Ribovitz. So I'm gonna go Ribovitz on this one. I could honestly see this fight going either way. I think it'll probably go to a decision. I don't necessarily think we'll see a finish in this one. I could see either of these guys stealing 2 rounds. I think Nasrat's going to come out firing. He'll probably win round 1. I don't know if Esteban takes the next 2 or if the next 2 get split there. Nasrat could even win a unanimous. Who knows? But I'm leaning Esteban here. I think Nasrat will come out strong. If Esteban can steal round 1, bonus. If he doesn't, he's got to win the next 2. But I think this is going to go to decision. I'm going to side with Ribovitz here, though.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he has an impressive 37-second KO by head kick, which was the fastest head kick finish in UFC lightweight history. So he's already breaking records since joining the UFC. I'm not too sure why the odds are favoring him so much. I mean, I know I just said he has that fastest head kick finish in his division, but yeah, I don't know. They've been testing him, challenging him. He's been coming out on top so far, but I'm not too convinced. I think yeah, I'm sitting with Nasrat on this one, man. I think he's coming out on top on this one.
Yeah, the odds opened favoring Nasrat. He was almost minus 200 on the books there, and now it's flipped. It's minus 265 Ribovitz. So I don't know if something's going on there. Ribovitz's last win was that decision over Daniel Zellhuber. That was a split decision. I think he fought well there. Zellhuber, obviously up and comer out of Mexico there. I don't know. The Nasrat win over Jared Gordon, also really good. Again, split decision. The win over Jamie Malarkey, neither here nor there. Quinones. Yeah, this could go either way. I don't know. I'm gonna go Ribovitz here. We're gonna have two that we're split on so far.
What's convincing me the most is Esteban. All of his wins came from finish. All of them came from finish up until he came into the UFC, and that's when he started getting taken to decision. So that's what I mean. The UFC. That's what I mean when I said that the UFC has been testing him and challenging his skills.
Yep.
The kid has never gone to decision until he joined the promotion. So I don't know. That's why I kind of feel Nasrat is going to take it. Like, he's a more experienced fighter. He's been in the promotion for however long. So yeah, that's the more convincing factor for me. I don't know why the odds are favoring this guy so much. I'm taking Nasrat. He's what, plus 220 right now?
Yeah, plus 220. Really good value there for something that's close to 50-50. That is usually my move, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's telling me El Gringo here. I'm going Ribovitz.
All right. Good luck. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. Okay, we got the co-main event up next. We got Cody Brundage and Julian Marquez. Cody Brundage is coming into this one with a record of 10-6-0 with one no contest, being 4-5-0 with that no contest in the UFC since joining in 2021. He's 2-2-0 with one no contest in his last UFC bouts, with a loss to Bo Nickel before his no contest. Julian Marquez is coming into this one with a record of 9-5. He's 3-4 in the UFC after winning Contender Series. He's currently on a 3-fight loss streak, all coming by KO or TKO. So that's a pretty big concern. Huge red flags for me there. He's basically fighting to stay a part of the promotion, but it's pretty hard to come back from 3 straight KO or TKO losses.
Yeah, this one I think is a really shitty co-main event.
Yeah.
I don't think either of these fighters are very good. I'm going to give it to the less shitty fighter and go with Cody Brundage. Like you said, Marquez has been knocked out in each of his last 3 fights. Really, really hard to come back from. One of those was Gregory Rodriguez. One of those was Marc-Andre Barrio, 2 guys that hit pretty hard. He's taken some damage here. He is fighting to stay on the promotion, so a little bit of incentive there. I think Cody Brundage might have a little bit better defense, but I don't know. He hung with Bo Nickel for very, very briefly before he got submitted. Beat Jacob Malkoun, disqualification. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give it to Brundage. I think he's the less shitty of the 2 fighters, but this is a sleeper of a co-main.
Yeah, I don't like this co-main event at all. Not one bit. I think they're kind of trying to set up Cody Brundage to get a KO win, considering the fucking Julian Marquez has 3 straight KO losses. So I'm also sticking with the less shitty fighter here, Cody Brundage. He's an underdog though in the books, is he? Yeah, he is. Plus 122. That's
Slightly,
very
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's very, very
Almost
interesting.
to pick him, but yeah.
That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm sticking with Cody Brundage as well here.
I like
All right.
it.
Yeah. We got the main event, Manel Kape and Asu Almabayev. Manel Kape is coming into this one with a record of 27-0, being 5-3 in the UFC and coming off a TKO win against Bruno Silva in his last fight. Majority of his wins coming from finish, 12 by KO and 5 by submission, with 3 decision victories. All but 2 of his losses also come from decisions, so he's not too easy of an opponent to finish. Asu Almabayev is coming into this one with a record of 21-2-0. He's 4-0 in the UFC and 5-0 in his last 5 fights. This guy hasn't lost a fight since 2017, giving him a 17-fight win streak. 17-fight win
Yeah,
streak.
that's heavy. This one could be close. I'm leaning towards Manel Kape here. He's proven he's fought one main event before, but he's been on bigger cards. I think he handles the limelight a little bit better. I mean, it's only at the Apex, but still, there's going to be a lot of fans there. It's going to be loud. Almabayev, his last three, I think, have gone to decision. They've all been unanimous decisions, but I don't know. As an up and comer, having to go against Manel Kape, who's proven that he can get it done. That one loss to Muhammad Makayev, I don't know about that one. I mean, it wasn't a bad loss necessarily, but I don't think that Almabayev could have beaten Makayev at that point in time. I don't know. I'm leaning Manel Kape here. I think he probably gets it done via decision, but we do have slight potential, I suppose, for a finish. But I think him on the money line is a pretty safe parlay piece.
Taking the Star Boy.
That we are, or I am.
I'm second guessing myself here. I don't know why.
Really,
Don't
eh?
know why. Yeah, but I'm gonna stick with my original pick. I'm also riding Manel Kape. The guy's never been knocked out. He's been submitted twice, so going for a finish on this guy is near to impossible. Well, not near to impossible, obviously, but it's gonna be very tough. So I don't know. You said all of them were unanimous decision wins for Almabayev, which also kind of raised my concerns there, plus a 17-fight win streak. But like I said, I'm sticking with Manel Kape. I'm sticking with Manel Kape on this one.
I like it. Okay, so we only have two that we're split on.
Were they both set to
They're
fight other fighters in this card, and then those fights got canceled?
probably fight nights are a mess.
Yeah, Almabayev was supposed to fight Steve Urtag, and Manel Kape was supposed to fight Brandon Royval.
Yeah,
I see. I
look what
see.
we
I
ended
see.
up with.
An absolute shitter of a card.
At least
Absolute
most of them are
shitter.
relatively straightforward. Like I think you could probably go Mario Pinto here, plus William Gomez, plus Manel Kape pretty safely, or at
Yeah.
least combine William Gomez and Mario Pinto. You'll probably get close to even money there. I think that's not a bad option. You could throw Brundage in if you feel like potentially being disappointed. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's a pretty interesting card. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why Cody Brundage and Julian Marquez is the co-main event.
Yeah, that makes no sense. You could throw the Rebovitz fight there. You could probably, well, no, it's about the only one, but
That really is
yeah,
the
this
only one
card's
that I
just
would throw
horrible.
in there over it. I don't get it. Is it because no, I don't get it. I don't know. But that's not our decision to make, so we're just gonna sit here and talk about it, right?
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, that's everything we got here. Thank you for joining us today. Like I said, we are running a sale for 70% off your first 3 months of Lock City with code Spring Fever. Gain instant access to the incredible price applicable to our monthly and weekly packages. That is everything from us. Good luck with your bets and have a great week, guys.